Leon. Does he have a goat there? That's what that one sounded like. It was a fucking goat.
A robot goat. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wrestling Hour with the Brewd. I am, as always, Bud Robinson. To my left is the beloved Leon Robinson. Say hello, Leon.
Hello, Leon.
He's not that beloved.
Well, in certain circles, you know, people have...
Like the circle within 3 feet around him? Okay, yeah, keep going.
People have fetishes.
That's a great way to start this.
And to my right is the equally beloved, more beloved, Town.
Hi, I'm Town. Bud, did you practice that in the mirror all week so you wouldn't fuck
I did.
up this week?
I did,
Good.
yeah.
Good.
I missed some sleep practicing, but...
That's good. Your kids probably want to know why Daddy's so tired. It's because, never mind, I'm doing this podcast.
And in case you didn't tune in last week, which if you didn't, what the fuck? But in case you didn't, we decided to talk wrestling in general, and this week we're carrying on that little sojourn, and we're gonna book a card.
So we should probably say what we did here. We each picked 3 matches that we want to see.
Uh-huh.
And the first thing I think we need to do is put them in order. So
In order.
Well, you got to lay the show out, Leon. You can't just randomly make them. Which match is going to be first?
Oh, that's what we're doing. Okay, I gotcha.
And then we'll decide who wins and what happens, okay? So
Okay.
the first thing we should do is we should go over which 3 matches we all had. So, Leon,
Sure.
what 3 matches do you have?
You want me to just go from the top?
Yeah, go from the top for your 3, and then we'll go to Bud, then we'll go to me.
My 3 matches. My tag team match, I chose the old school Japanese team of Bruiser Brody and Stan Hansen versus Shane Cesaro, better known as The Bar.
I'm not going to lie to you. I actually like that match.
Seriously, that would be fun as
I
fuck.
think that would be
wouldn't it?
I'm not going
Just
to.
those
I'm not
three.
arguing. And I hate Sheamus, but keep going, man.
Oh, I'm not a huge Sheamus fan, but those two as a tag team was fun as hell.
Mhm.
They just beat the fuck out of people for a while. I had to look it up last night. It was like good 3.5 year run they had. I figured those two versus Brody and Hansen, people are going to bleed. People are going to get punched a lot, kicked in the goddamn head. It'd be fun. Anyhow, ladder match: Rob Van Dam versus Malachi Black.
I'm down for Black and Rob Van Dam. For a moment, I was like, and then I thought about it for more than 2.5 seconds. That would be awesome.
I mean, the spot, the educated feats, the high-flying shenanigans. I mean...
That's true. JR did break that phrase out for him, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He did break it out, yes. And then my other singles match is going to be a pre-neck injury Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Tetsuya Naito.
Are we talking like 97, right before Owen broke his neck?
Yeah, like when he was actually Austin at that point, you know, he's got that whole anti-authority, but when he could still actually go, though, too. When he wasn't just punch, kick, stunner, the end.
Sounds
When
like
he
what
was
we got,
actually... Well, I mean, yeah, but he was much, much better than Leon at that point.
Punch, kick, floppy, done. Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks, Leon.
exactly.
Bud
Get
Robinson.
that 3 count, three count, and go on home.
Not sure you ever fucking won a match, but go ahead, Bud. What do you have?
My tag team
Fun.
match is a Philadelphia street fight between the Dudley Boys from ECW and Kingston and Moxley from AEW, of course.
That'd be good.
Singles match between CM Punk from Now versus Bret Hart when he was in the Hart Foundation.
Which of the stable or the tag team?
The stable.
Ooh, okay, yep. Great.
Singles match Minoru Suzuki versus Taz in ECW. Which I felt like should have had a stipulation, but I don't know. I feel like just those two without would be
just kill
fine.
each other.
Yeah, they just kill each other.
Just fucking kill each other. Yeah.
I could see that. I could see that being either submission or I quit match.
Oh, for sure. I quit would work. I was thinking Texas Death Match originally, but
oh damn!
You have a love of Texas Death Matches. I've known this about you.
This is
for
true.
years.
Yeah,
for years. All right, I'm gonna go. My tag team match: the British Bulldogs against the Young Bucks. Because that match sounds exciting. I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save that one for last. My big singles match would be a 60-minute Iron Man match. Bryan Danielson against Ricky Steamboat. Because that sounds like it would be the greatest thing ever in humanity. Except for one match, which would be Orange Cassidy against the Big Boss Man.
Main event.
Yeah, totally. Totally. All right, so the first thing that we need to do is put this card in order.
I mean, I agree with OC and Boss Man as the second to last match.
It's got to be the come down.
That would be awesome.
It's the come down before the main event. That's kind of how I envisioned it.
Well, what's the hot opener then?
I would think that you'd want to open with a tag match. I almost would think you'd want to open with the Bulldogs and the Young Bucks, or Bruiser Brody and the Bar with Stan Hansen against the Bar.
I mean, I really think either of the three of them would work.
I would want to open with a Philly street fight. I don't think you want to open with a gimmick match.
Yeah, I guess.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'd go with I think Bulldogs and Bucks, a bit more like on the spots and a little bit higher pace and everything than Bar and Brody Hansen would be.
So we'll put that first. Are we good with that one, bud?
Yeah.
Okay. We're agreeing so far. Let's just see how long this shit lasts. Okay. Let me just slide this down so we can kind of get a space here. Okay, what would go second?
I mean, knee-jerk reaction is Austin and Naito. Taz Suzuki would work there too, I think.
I think the one issue I have with this is when I look at this whole card, the one guy on the set screams, "Oh my god, that fucker has to be in the main event every time," is Steve Austin. And it's not.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. My whole thought there, putting these two together, was a main event.
I think that almost has to be the main, just because it's not Naito's great and everything, but I think just having Steve Austin there, he's the biggest star we have.
And Austin Naito has a real Flair Inoki vibe as well.
Yeah, we're gonna put that last. I think we can all agree that should probably be last.
All right.
And then Orange Cassidy and Boss Man should be before that.
That works. I like that.
Okay, let me put that there. Okay. So after, do we go right back to another tag team match, or do we go into the gimmick matches? Becomes the question.
I mean,
we could put Punk and Hart there. Those two will put on a much different match than Bulldogs and Bucks.
I almost think you want to go Punk and Hart and the Danielson Steamboat right before Cassidy Boss Man, and then bring him back down with Cassidy Boss Man. So, because I think,
where do you stick the 60-man Iron Man match too?
That's got to be, but that's got to be like one of the main matches. I think
that goes just before OC and Boss Man.
You want to put that one like right before intermission?
Intermission. What's intermission?
I was just thinking back to the old style house shows and everything where, you get like an hour and a half or so.
I think we're
And then you
envisioning
get
this as a pay-per-view. That's how I'm
as
envisioning
a
this.
pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe just another intermission. Dear Lord.
What
Dang.
about Suzuki and Taz next, second? Because I look at that, I think because that would be so opposite from the Bulldogs Young Bucks.
Yeah.
And I don't think
That's a good point.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be those two beating the hell out of each other and trying to break body parts of one another. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, and then after that, we're doing good. We're actually agreeing on this. I'm fucking amazed. The main event was easy though because it's like Stone Cold Steve Austin. We're all like, yeah, that's probably. I should have put a Hulk Hogan match in here and really thrown it for a loop. I should have fucking made Hulk Hogan against Orange Cassidy. That's what I should have done. Hogan goes for the fucking Hogan goes for the leg drop. Cassidy rolls out of the way, puts his hands in his pockets, does the little kicks to his leg, super kicks him and pins him. Fuck yeah.
Is it too late to book a triple threat?
Put Hogan in there? No, yeah, we're good. We were stuck now. But, okay. I would think a gimmick match would be next, wouldn't you guys?
Yeah. What do we have for the? We have ladder match and we have
Philly Street Fight.
Ladder match, Philly Street Fight, and the Iron Man.
The Iron Man's.
I think the ladder match.
The Iron Man's. We got the Iron Man is down at the bottom already. So that's.
I think we could go ladder match here then.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking because I don't know if you necessarily want to go from Minoru and Taz right into Bruce and Brody and fucking Stan Hansen murdering fucks.
Yeah, because then it's two of the same. It's two of the same style match. Then
Yeah.
Well, not exactly the same, but I mean, more physically intense.
Okay, we'll go there with
as opposed to more high paced and spots and jumping through shit.
So do we come out of the ladder match? So we have two matches right now that are very similar in the two tag matches we have left. Mm-hmm. So do we separate those by the Bret Hart Punk match?
Yeah, I think so.
So I would think we would go.
I almost think Brody Hansen in the bar should go right before the 60-minute.
Put that there. Any complaints?
Yeah, that'd be very different than that match. So yeah. I think that would be okay.
Okay, are we all satisfied with how this looks?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll run down the card. The opening match, Bulldogs against the Young Bucks, followed by Suzuki against Taz, and then a ladder match with Van Dam against Malachi Black. Philly Street Fight, the Dudley Boys from ECW against Kingston and Moxley, followed by Punk against Bret Hart, which seems oddly low on this card. And then Bruiser Brody and Stan Hansen against The Bar, Danielson against Ricky Steamboat in a 60-minute Iron Man match, Orange Cassidy versus the Big Boss Man, and then Stone Cold against the Naito. One of these things is not like the other. Which you
very tickled with yourself with that match, aren't you?
Wait until you hear my idea for that match because I got a good one. So right now, what we'll do is we'll just go through and we'll book this fucker and we'll try to come up with it and we'll write it down. So, yeah. Well, okay. All right. So the first one is Bulldogs and the Bucks. So the first thing we should probably talk about is who's going over. Leon's going to pick the Bulldogs.
Fuck you.
I mean,
you don't know me.
I do.
I think maybe I'd have to agree, though.
This is one of those matches that I would envision the Bulldogs being the baby faces and the Bucks being the heels.
Yeah.
And I would agree that in that case, the Bulldogs would have to win.
Yeah.
So, result will be Bulldogs win. Now, how are they going to win? Who's got a really fancy idea? We're about to learn. We're about to learn my town booked and Leon didn't.
I would say double schoolboy.
Yeah, perfectly
I
bad.
want the pencil.
I
want the pencil.
I'll tell you what though. I think that Bud Robinson's not far off. I think it should be. Personally, I would go with a win where the Bulldogs win because the Young Bucks fuck something up, like they're trying to cheat or something.
Yeah.
And they get caught in something.
Yeah.
Not an actual finishing move.
And then small packaged.
Yeah, a small package or a roll up, something like that. That feels like a cheap finish, but I don't think it would ruin this match. I think it'd be good.
But it's like you
That
said.
I think it'd have to be.
Bucks.
We gonna say who's picking up the pin and who's taking it?
Yeah, we
So
can.
I think it would have to be. I think it would have to be Dynamite Kid. Yeah, he's just more believable of catching somebody like that than Davey Boy.
He's gonna put Nick Jackson because that's the name I wrote first.
Yeah, whichever one of the two is not portrayed as the quote unquote powerhouse of the team. So I can't remember which one.
Which one's the powerhouse? I missed something. All right, whatever. So they're gonna win with the schoolboy.
The one that has the one that had that back issues forever, but was quote unquote the power one of the team.
I got
The
you.
other one was more.
We're just going.
Yeah, you know
Nick.
what I mean.
We're just going with Nick.
But
So
honestly, they're pretty much the same person. I just can't remember the names.
you don't like them, so I don't really care.
Oh, I don't.
So Dynamite.
I respect them. I think they're talented, but
Dude, I watch them, and I think they're like one of the greatest heel teams ever. So Dynamite's going to pin Nick Jackson with a schoolboy after a partner miscommunication.
Yeah.
All right.
After an attempt at a cheat,
I think we'll go
doing
with partner.
something low down and scandalous.
Cheater.
All right. Match number 2, Bud Robinson. What is it?
Minoru Suzuki versus Taz.
Who the fuck is the face here?
Here's my thing. Here's the thing that I'm getting caught up on. Like, you give wins and losses to either the guy who's higher up, which in theory both of them are, or you give it to the guy who you're trying to promote, which again both of the guys are. You know what I mean? So like I'm torn about how you would even choose, particularly in a match like this, because I don't know that I don't think that these guys.
When in doubt, just go for a double count out. That's what Vince McMahon always does. Nobody ever bitches about that.
God.
I will tell you what I think. I Taz by submission.
I can see that.
But Taz by chokeout, like
he would probably choke him out, yeah. Because I feel like I don't feel like Suzuki would tap.
No, that's exactly it. I think that'd be awesome. Get him all bloody, put him in that choke, and then just have him pouring blood out his fucking head.
Yeah.
And then just go out.
Yep. We all in agreement on that one? Leon, you have an idea?
Can I make it? Okay.
Okay, so submission when Suzuki passes out. I think that'd be awesome.
So we're doing the Bret Austin finish there then.
Yeah, but just the blood pouring down his face would be fucking awesome. I think that'd be great. Like one of those things where Taz catches him and it's like a valiant fight and like you can see the struggle. Like that to me just sounds. All right, Bud Robinson. What's the next match?
Suzuki's the guy that knows the counter for everything, and I think that would be pretty cool.
There'd be some awesome exchanges for sure.
But Bud Robinson next match.
Oh,
yes.
Absolutely.
Ladder match between Rob Van Dam and Malachi Black. I mean, I'd give it to Black, right?
Who's the face? Who's the heel?
That's true.
I think you got to go with Malachi as the heel, huh?
I think even if he's the heel, you give it to him because he's.
Oh, are you serious? I don't know. Fucking 1997 ECW Rob Van Dam. Or 98 or 99, like that era Rob Van Dam, dude, who is better?
Seriously.
Yeah.
I'd put Malachi up there, but I mean, Rob was on a different level.
I guess, okay, so if Malachi Black's going to win, how's he going to win?
I mean,
it's a ladder match.
I mean, what's he going to do? Is he Is it going to be a clean? Is he going to put him through a table? Like, is it going to be some really like fucking demonic, evil thing he's going to do to take Van Damme out, then climb the ladder and win?
I mean, he uses the mist, right?
Oh, I want that black mist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when Tajiri does it, nobody gives a fuck.
Black-
Okay, I see how it is.
Well, but see, that's the thing. Like, AEW is booking.
Well, Tajiri never used the black mist because Tajiri wasn't evil. Because the black mist is, there's levels to the mist, like the green,
God,
the red,
you are
and the black.
Such a fucking mark. Okay, continue on, bud. You fucking Leon is something else, man.
I think like when you think of like Tajiri or anybody who's used the mist, like when they first started doing it, it was a big deal, right? Because like we've never seen it before. You can't see me doing air quotes, but that's what I'm doing. And so like Malachi Black has never done this before, and they're hard selling it that it's this poisonous black stuff. And like if he does it for another year or two, fine.
But I think
we'll just roll our eyes at it, but.
If you get behind a gimmick enough and you make it matter, it matters. So I get that, and I agree with that.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're telling me in Dream Match World he's going to miss Van Damme and then climb a ladder and win? We're not going to like throw Rob Van Dam off of something really high and like murder him. We're going to just have him get a little black spit in his eyes.
Sure. Let's murder him afterwards. I don't care.
Missed him at the. I'm thinking an exchange at the top of the ladder, black mist. And then, fuck, what kind of a strike can he even throw at the top of it? Black mist and shit. At that point, he can just kind of shove him off, can't he? Through a table.
Through a table.
Or what kind of what could he maybe holding on to the top of it?
Oh,
throw a knee strike up into his face.
I'm doubling back on everything I just said. They're up on the top of the ladder. Malachi Black sprays him, right? And he's got stuff in his eyes. But instead of like falling and freaking out, he has the wherewithal to like climb another rung or whatever and do a crossbody, knock him off the ladder. They're out for a while. And finally, Rob climbs the ladder to win.
Leon?
Huh.
Erase everything I put down. Black mists his eyes. Put RVD. Cross bodies him. Off the ladder. They're both down. Oops. But RVD gets up first. And climbs the ladder to retrieve the item. There we go. Alright.
Cool.
Should you say that?
Cross bodies is one word. No, they want to say crosses. Fuck that shit. Okay. Alright, Leon Robinson, what's the next match?
What is the next match? Your next bout is a tag team Philly street fight. It'll be the Dudley Boys, circa ECW, versus Kingston and Moxley.
Kingston and Moxley have to win this match.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
agree.
a given.
I think it goes all over
It's
the arena.
two big single stars versus a tag team, yeah. I think so.
I tell you what, though, I would love the Dudleys to go out there and just have old school heel, like, fucking ECW Bubba Ray Dudley just cut a promo and piss the crowd off. And
God.
Then have Kingston and Moxley come through the crowd and just beat the shit out of them. Like, this match, I would pay money to see this match. If we had a time machine, I would pay money.
That would be awesome.
It would be great.
A promo fight between those
I'd pay
two
just to
would
see
be
the
awesome.
fucking promo beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, it would be so good.
Bullying.
I mean, they would.
Kingston
This
alone.
match would just be weapons and fucking shit just going down and just violence.
Staplers.
Yeah, everything.
Naturally.
Action
Really?
figures.
I mean, I would just.
There'd be some fucking creativity with the people that are involved, too.
Who would pin who?
I think
Doesn't Devon pretty much always take the pins if Dudleys are losing?
Yeah, but I think Bubba takes the pin. I think that would make it mean more.
Kingston.
Kingston pins Bubba.
Yeah, I think so.
I like where your head's at.
But how would he do it? I mean, what would be the setup for that?
Devon's incapacitated outside the ring. Bubba takes a GTS, stumbles backwards into what is it? Eddie's is a back fist, right?
He getting a
What the
GTS?
fuck is that? Eddie's finish? Huh?
Why is he getting a GTS?
So he can take both of them? Because it's been a knockdown, drag out war. It takes everything to knock this motherfucker out.
But who does the GTS? What am I missing?
I was thinking the same thing.
Like I said, Devon is incapacitated outside the ring. The other team and Bubba are in the ring. Stumbles into a GTS from Punk. And then, it's one of those where he doesn't go to the ground right away.
Hey, Leon.
Stumbles backwards or whatever,
Leon,
or stumble what Eddie.
What are you booking? This is Kingston and Moxley, not Kingston and Punk. What the fuck?
Punk came out.
Okay, so,
fuck.
so Punk's interfering, I guess.
He just wanted to do the GTS.
My bad.
He's going home.
My
I
bad.
mean, I guess he can't go home.
My
but-
bad. What's Eddie's finish? It is that spinning back fist, right?
Yeah.
Spinning back fist, and then stumbles into a what is it? Paradigm shift.
Yeah, there you go. You're kind of calling the right moves now. You had us pretty confused there for a moment. No, he's gonna hit him with a GTS. No, who the fuck is gonna do that?
My bad. Like you guys were thinking I was crazy, and I was thinking you were crazy, and my
As
bad.
it turns
I
out,
apologize.
we were right and you were wrong. So yeah.
That never happened.
How are we gonna take Devon out? What are we gonna put Devon through?
Dumpster.
How would we lock him in a dumpster?
Sure.
Devon gets. That actually sounds like a kind of cool idea. Gets locked in a dumpster. Bubba. Oops, too many using Bubba. Bubba gets. I don't know. Put him through a flaming table.
Yeah, all right.
I don't like the flaming table that much though.
Yeah. It's
What
sort of
about,
just flash.
What about like a paradigm shift on a guardrail draped over like chairs or something, and then he gets up into a spinning back fist? I love guardrails, just for the record.
Okay, noted. That sounds good.
Leon,
Those seems
thoughts?
like they would be. Those seem like they would be a terrible thing to take a face bump on, but sure.
Kids, I'm just gonna call the paradigm shift the PS onto guardrail. Draped over chairs. Then hit with a spinning back fist. That match was fun. All right. I think that none of these matches actually sound bad, which is impressive because I figured one of you would be like, I don't want to see that match, but no, we're doing good. All right. Bud Robinson, what match is next?
They're all good matches. We are wrestling fans.
Well,
Yes.
the best one's second to last, so.
Agreed.
Oh,
Our next matchup is a singles match between CM Punk and Bret Hart from the Hart Foundation era.
Oh my god. I can envision this match, and I can envision how incredible it would be, and I can envision the story playing out, but I don't know who wins. Because it seems like Punk is the obvious choice because he's the face. But like Hart Foundation heel Bret Hart.
Okay, that was gonna be my question: is who's the face, who's the heel here?
Well, I think that Bret Hart has
Start
to
from
be.
the beginning.
Yeah.
Punk's the face because Punk's really a face right now, other than the last Dynamite where he went a little heel there on MJF. But I think Punk would be the face, but Punk's more of the edgy. It's almost realistically a perfect match because he's kind of that Steve Austin type babyface who is kind of what Bret Hart hated.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, with that edge to him.
I mean, that was
saying
totally
bad words.
He did a swear.
This one's hard. This is probably the hardest one. I mean, realistically, when I looked at these and I looked over them, I thought, "Ooh, I don't know." Like, this is the one problem. This is one of the ones I'd love to see, but this one, like, you know, you can't have. I don't think CM Punk taps out to the sharpshooter.
No.
Does Punk somehow catch him with a go to sleep, or do we have a Bret Hart masterclass wrestler finish where he catches him in something and pins him?
That could work. I was thinking either time limit draw or.
I mean, could we do Bret's favorite finish?
Victory roll.
The one that he did. The one that he did with Piper, and I want to say with Owen. At corner spot.
Yeah, the victory roll. I would think. I think looking at the card, I think you have to have. That's the other thing is we have a lot of face wins, like we have all face wins.
Yeah, I was just thinking that as well.
I think Bret Hart, but I think it's. I mean, Punk would have to. Would there be a way to take Punk's submission? I forgot the name of it. The Anaconda Vice, and somehow turn that into a pin.
Anaconda Vice.
Is there a way you could roll a guy up out of that? Like, I don't think so.
Nah.
Bud Robinson, thoughts?
Not really.
I don't think so.
Not really the way that that he'd be wrapped up in it.
What if Punk went for the go to sleep, and Hart slipped out of it and rolled him in a fucking victory roll, out of that, and pinned him?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be dope.
Punk goes for GTS. Hart turns it into a victory. This match would be incredible. I just want everyone to know that, like, this would be fucking amazing.
Yeah. It's
fucking amazing.
Too bad it's not going to happen.
No, because Brett's not in good shape. All right. Leon Robinson. What's the next match?
The next match is a tag team match. Is Bruiser Brody and Stan Hansen versus The Czar. Who the fuck is the face here?
I don't think it matters.
I think it's to be Brody and Hansen, huh?
Yeah, this almost like this is one of those ones that I think realistically could be Brody and Hansen just come in and fucking beat them in like 2 minutes, and it would make sense. I know that's not what we're going for, and I'm not saying that's what we should do, but like that's how I can see this match playing out. They just come in and fucking destroy him. I'm not wondering if this is the match where we don't have a winner.
That is kind of the way they would do things sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's no steps to it, so we could do a double count out with this shit, or a double. I could see a double disqualification count out. I think double count out would be the way to go.
Bud Robinson, thoughts?
Just straight brawling through the crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Food?
And then maybe, what?
Leon's on a different plan. I think he might be high. I'm not sure.
Could be.
Double count out, brawling into crowd. I just
and then maybe it just like, maybe for like another 5 or 10 minutes, they're still brawling before the next match. You know what I mean? Like, there's still so much into it that refs are trying to break them apart and stuff.
Is it going to reach some sort of natural conclusion with a big spot? You know, People going through a table or off a ramp or something, or are they just going to just brawl all the way to the back?
You brawl them to the back and then get ready for more. Second show that's not booked.
Dig it.
Never book. All right. I'll introduce. Well, no, Bud Robinson, you do this one.
Sure. Our next bout is a singles match, 60-minute Ironman match between Bryan Danielson and Ricky Steamboat.
Gotta love Ricky Steamboat. I'm just gonna go straight up and say Bryan Danielson wins this match.
Interesting.
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm curious to know why you think he would go over.
So we're talking Bryan Danielson right now.
Yeah.
Heel Bryan Danielson against face Ricky Steamboat.
Mm-hmm.
And absolutely top of his game too.
Yeah, I think this is a match that's close, but I think you have it be really, really close, like no pinfalls for 30 minutes, and then maybe Steamboat gets the first pin to kind of keep some credibility.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can have Bryan really chase a pin, not get one until you're about 50 minutes in. And then Bryan starts to just fucking destroy him. And he gets a pin. And then he locks him into submission and won't fucking let go. And then with like 30 seconds left, Steamboat has to tap out.
Cattle mutilation.
I could see that. Yeah. I'm envisioning like Danielson getting a submission and then releasing the hold because the ref forces him to, and then going right back in, and that's how he gets the second one.
I think the first one. I think you let Steamboat have that first one with like a clean pinfall, and then Bryan wears him down a little bit, catches him with the fucking running knee, gets that second pin, and then it's just like we have like, we're 40 minutes into this match. We've got 20 minutes to go, and they just fucking pick up the pace.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, and then Bryan starts to wear
Those
him down.
both cardio machines.
Yeah, they both are. This match would be the best match.
Yeah.
I think, like in terms of pure in-ring work.
Yeah.
Then Bryan Danielson,
which is saying something on this card.
Yeah, Punk Hart would be close, but this is like these guys are next level. But then Bryan just starts to wear Steamboat down, wear him down. He does the kicks to the head. He does all that shit. He gets him beat up, and he locks him in that submission. And he's like for 2.5 minutes, he's got him in that submission before he finally has to tap out with like 30 seconds left.
Yeah, I buy that.
Bryan could be a dick for 30 seconds because Steamboat's just done. All right, here we go. Second to last match. I got this one. Orange Cassidy against the Big Boss Man circa 1989-ish. Okay, now.
1987.
No, too early. So my thought process on this, because I'm the one that put this on and everybody else is looking at me like I'm crazy, is this. The feud that you could build up with this match would be freaking insane. Because you could have Orange Cassidy do something to piss Boss Man off. Boss Man comes out, handcuffs him to the rope, beats the shit out of him. Expects a response, doesn't get one from Orange Cassidy. Nothing happens, and like Boss Man keeps doing stuff till they finally agree to a match. Then they go on the match. Cassidy does his normal crap, and Boss Man obviously has a huge, because Boss Man's like 6'5", 300, and Orange Cassidy's like 5'9", 160, 170. But they have this long feud, and it just would start off so super small, and so it just like who cares, like a little like it doesn't matter, and then you just keep building, you build this for like a year. You finally put him in this match. And you have it seem like there's no freaking way Orange Cassidy can win this thing. He goes out there. He does his normal kick stuff with the Boss Man. The Boss Man beats him up a little bit. Then Cassidy goes into like the Super Saiyan mode and pins him. Seriously, that's my thought process with that. Like the build up to this match would be so perfect. And this is like this match is like 6 minutes tops. This isn't a long match.
Yeah.
This is not, like, the design of it is not, like, the build-up, because this would be a match that would be, you make the Boss Man be just this hated bastard that everyone wants to see get beat up against this guy that, like, can't really beat him up because like he doesn't care. He's lazy, and then he just comes through in the end and beats him. And then you could even continue with that because Bossman could be like, what the hell? So I think the build up to it would be absolutely amazing. But I think Cassidy has to go over.
I think you just nailed it.
Well, if you're gonna run that for a year, hell yeah, that'd get hot.
I love that it's going for a year. I think that's my favorite part.
He can't get OC to accept a match with him for a fucking year.
Orange Cassidy,
oh my god,
he gets handcuffed to the ropes and beat up, and the next week he's just like, whatever. And Bossman's like, no, I just beat you up, and he's like, what? And he just walks away. So Bossman does it again. Like, it's the perfect. And then Bossman's so frustrated because he just wants to beat this guy, and then finally he says, let's have a match, and he just goes, okay.
Fine.
Sure, whatever. And they have a match and Bossman freaking loses. Like, to me, it's the most perfect. And I don't think it would hurt. It wouldn't necessarily hurt Bossman, but it would make Orange Cassidy just be amazing. Like, that's the perfect Orange Cassidy feud to me. Like, agree. That's just. Yeah. See, Leon, I had a plan. Leon's absolutely fucking stunned right now that sounds good, doesn't it?
Should be entertaining.
Be great.
I'm a little jealous now that I didn't come up with that much story behind any of mine.
Dude, when it comes to Orange Cassidy, I'm well thought out. What the fuck can I say? No, I think with Orange Cassidy, I think it's a lot of. You have to have that build and you have to have that story with him because his character is so. Every single character in wrestling is a character that's been done before, except for Orange Cassidy. No one has done what he's doing. Yeah. It's like a totally new concept. It's a totally new thing. Like he doesn't fucking care. Like he wants to win, but he's like, I don't want to put the effort in. So it's just like because so he went from like this comedy wrestler. He's like not a comedy wrestler anymore because he's got so much freaking charisma. The dude gets the biggest pop of the night by putting his fucking hands in his pockets.
That's right.
Like if you run with him in the right way, that's incredible. Like it's totally incredible. So that's why I just think this would be totally perfect.
For sure.
It's just like in my mind, it's like the perfect, and it's not like it is not going to be a 5-star match. Don't get me wrong there, but it's just like the perfect. On a card that's so stacked full of, like, incredible fucking matches, this is, like, the fun one. Yeah. You know, the goofy fun one. So, all right, see? I think I might have even sold it to Leon, so that's pretty good. Leon Robinson, what's our main event?
Our main event is going to be a pre-neck injury, circa 97-ish Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Tetsuya Naito, the leader of Los Ignobles de Japón and the practitioner of Tranquilo.
What are we thinking on this one? I have my opinion. And it's Stone Cold doesn't fucking lose.
Well, naturally. I mean, that's kind of Naito's MO in every big match ever. He always fucking comes up short and makes me sad. But it is what it is. I just want to see a stunner attempt reversed into fucking Destino. All right. Are you familiar with that maneuver, Town? You have a computer in front of you. Get on the Googles.
Yeah, okay, that's a move. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. No, that makes sense. All right, I can see that. That'd be kind of a cool spot.
I think it would be just the what's the word? The contrast in personalities and everything would sell this match a lot too. Austin being the intense stump a mud hole in your ass guy and everything, and then Naito's like.
I almost see Naito as the underdog in this match.
Say again?
I see Naito as the underdog in this match.
Oh, absolutely.
I almost
which
see
is weird, an underdog heel, but
I almost see some energy from the last match in this one.
In what regard?
a little bit.
In that Naito,
The
mean,
same
Naito's
kind of
not a
like
slacker by
intensity
any
versus whatevs.
yeah. Like Naito's
It's
not
like-
a slacker by any means, but like he's much more chill than most wrestlers are,
Yeah.
which gets him into trouble sometimes. And so like
I mean,
it's almost like Orange Cassidy versus
like you've seen
Bossman,
the
but
spot
like
that he likes to
serious.
do where he. Like Town, you've seen the spot where he likes to do where he feints like he's gonna do a dive and he just lays down in the middle of the ring.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen
Like
that.
like this. Yeah, like that's the kind of shit. Like I think you do that kind of stuff a bunch and piss Austin off, but the actual wrestling and everything when you're going with the two would be fantastic. Because that's why I wanted to specify that version of Austin, because
That one
he
could
could
work.
still more than just punch kick and everything, and he could run the ropes. He could counters and reversals and all that fun stuff.
I'm now imagining. I don't remember what Rumble it was, but Austin went in, cleared the ring. I think he was number 1 or number 2, and he cleared the ring, and like waiting for the other the other wrestlers. He just
That was the first one he won.
laid on the ropes. I almost see that happening. Like Naito does the spot where he like lays down in the ring, and Stone Cold just gets in the ring and lays on top of the
turnbuckle,
ropes.
yeah.
The turnbuckle. I don't know why I couldn't come up with that word. And he's like hitting his wrists. Like, let's go.
I think that'd be a good moment.
How would we end that one? Austin by a stutter? I mean,
Schoolboy. I mean, yeah, a stunner, but
I'm just trying to think how we get there. Like, is it a succession, or is it just, boot to the gut, stunner, go home?
maybe they have. I mean, because we're talking Austin, who actually he has more than 3 moves. So like, maybe we do a sequence where they're both trying to hit each other's signatures and finishers, but neither one of them can catch it. And finally, at the end, Stone Cold gets pissed, kicks him in the gut, and hits the stunner. Like Austin puts it in a overdrive mode.
yeah.
I think that works. And that should lend itself to some fun reversals and attempts and everything. Like I said, I would love to see I would love to see a stunner attempt at reversed into Destino. That's one of his things. It's kind of like with the whole Diamond Cutter thing. Like he reverses and turns so many different things into a Destino.
I've seen
The
that
whole
before.
I don't know thing.
I have not watched a lot of Naito, but I've watched some Naito. So
Mm-hmm.
I've watched way more.
Nice.
So some of these guys, like Naito's probably the one on the whole card that I know the least about. I will freely admit that at this point. But I've seen some of his work.
Yeah, when I was watching New Japan a lot, I really started liking him, his whole gimmick and his
Seen that
his crew, the LIJ guys. Hmm.
He's a fantastic worker.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah,
So I think the show will end with Steve Austin drinking beer and posing because we got to send the people home happy. Everyone agree?
Yes.
Vince McMahon style. Okay.
Absolutely.
Maybe
Hogan must pose.
Maybe what we should do here is swap Orange Cassidy and Big Boss Man to the main event, and then Orange Cassidy can pose with the crowd and drink orange juice. It would be.
I know you love Orange Cassidy, but you're gonna main event Orange Cassidy over Stone Cold.
Let me tell you what. I'm gonna start playing TEW again, and I'm gonna go with
God.
a modern day thing. I'll make Orange Cassidy the biggest star in the fucking world. I'm gonna bring Andre the Giant back from the dead, and Orange Cassidy's gonna body slam him and pin him. I'm gonna have him beat Ric Flair in like a 10-minute match.
You know what would be amazing?
I'm gonna have him beat Goldberg in 5 seconds.
What would be amazing is if he body slammed Andre, and then pulled his phone out and started scrolling through Twitter.
Took a selfie. Leon's now extremely pissed. Like, you fuckers.
The disrespect.
You know, you just have to understand Orange Cassidy's on a next level, Leon. He's just above everybody else. Orange Cassidy, then Austin, then Hogan.
Some shenanigans right there.
I will say I like the flow of the card.
Yeah.
I think it's got a really good flow. I don't disagree with any of the. I think the whole thing would be. I think
some fantastic wrestling.
I think it all makes perfect sense.
Some crazy spot fests.
I mean, it's a little top heavy, but when you make a dream card, that's kind of what happens. You get a little top heavy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Danielson against Steamboat. Would be a 5-star.
Like almost any of these matches could be a main event. You know, WrestleMania, Wrestle Kingdom, whatever. It's not like we have a lot of curtain jerkers here.
No, especially not Orange Cassidy.
Okay, fair. Yeah, good point.
But I do think I will say I'm surprised nobody picked Ric Flair or Hulk Hogan. For any of these. But I didn't know where would you put Ric Flair. The problem I was. Go ahead, Leon.
What do you got with Rick? I'm sorry. No, I was just gonna say how I spent like the night racking my brain at work. I'm like, fuck who? Because I had the other two matches down, and all I knew is that I wanted Naito. I wanted a match with Naito, and I'm like, who the fuck do I put against him? I know his personality with his whole chill thing and the tranquilo and all that, and I'm like, who the fuck can get a good match at? Can actually work with him, but then kind of like I said, be that opposite energy, that more angry, violent type thing and everything. And I'm like, oh fuck, stare me in the goddamn face.
Braun Strowman.
But actually, since you mentioned him, I could be sold on a face Naito versus a heel fucking Flair.
Yeah,
I could easily be sold on that.
1980s heel Flair.
Yeah.
Was pretty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Another match.
Another
match that I seriously contemplated for this, like I was in deep thought about, was Hollywood Rock against MJF, and the whole feud is them trying to outdick one another.
Oh God! Just heel versus heel.
Just pure on outdicking each other, like that. Start them as a team, then have them get fucking mad, and they just can't exist, and they're both, and the crowd just hates them both. I think that would have been a good one. I was gonna move to a Hogan match, and I was gonna put a Hogan match on here, but the problem I had is who the fuck do I want to watch Hulk Hogan wrestle? Nobody.
Right?
Like nobody. Like Hulk Hogan against Roman Reigns. No thanks.
Jesus.
Or like Hogan Cena. I don't dislike John Cena. I think John Cena was the guy, and I think John Cena was really good. But I have no desire to see him and Hogan fight because there's no. So that was really what my problem was. And then I thought Orange Cassidy and Hogan. But if I put Hogan on there and tried to convince Leon that Orange Cassidy should go over, never would have happened.
You could have sold me on You could have sold me on Super Cena versus Hollywood Hogan.
But do you remember watching Hollywood Hogan and how fucking bad his matches were?
Bro, I've only seen him.
Yeah, they were bad.
Yeah,
I
they were
never got to see him in the moment. You know, we talked about before. Like, didn't have cable. Definitely wasn't watching any pay-per-views or anything like that. So
Yeah, I mean, that was just.
hey, nice phone case. That's pretty.
What's going on?
I was complimenting your phone case.
Oh yeah, it's the Hulk. Yeah. But I just I couldn't find a spot for Hogan. I couldn't find a spot for Flair. I initially wanted to do the Young Bucks against the Rockers because I thought that would
That could have
be
been
good.
fun.
And I'm surprised there's no Shawn Michaels on here with who we are. But again, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, holy shit! I didn't
But
even think of that.
The problem with Shawn Michaels is he already fought Ric Flair and he fought Hogan and he fought a lot of these new guys. His career just kind of overlapped everybody, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I just never, or Taker, like Undertaker. The problem with the Undertaker though is that you need a certain person for him,
Mm-hmm.
you need a type of opponent. Yeah.
like maybe Orange Cassidy. Oh,
Bye, Bud.
I'm down.
I'm Leon.
God bless Orange Cassidy.
Hey, this has been the Wrestling Show with the Brewd.